But if you don't get...
My hater block is on.
It's gonna take some time to realize. But if you look inside, I'm sure you'll find.
Guess what? I'm dead!
You know that I told you I'll always be picking you up when you're down.
What's poppin'?
Just in case you didn't know.
What's going on? What's going on?
It's Cypha Talk go hard.
Cypha Talk.
Lord.
Hey, welcome back.
That's gonna be our new thing now.
Welcome back to the hottest I'm saying it. I've said it on the Instagram bio. I'm saying it now. Welcome back to the hottest podcast out of Atlanta. I don't know,
Well, not for long.
I don't know any who's doing it out of Atlanta right now. There's
You're
podcast.
gonna do it out of Kennesaw.
That's still it's not Atlanta, but you see what I'm saying.
Kennesaw is not.
Welcome to the hottest podcast started
in the United
founded,
States.
Based
In the United States.
Whoa.
Yes.
Welcome to the hardest podcast founded in Atlanta.
Facts.
Welcome.
I agree.
Cypha Talk Season 2, Episode 3. Before we get started, as always, click the link in the Instagram bio.
Hey. There's a link tree.
Right.
No OnlyFans yet. Like we said, 10K, 10K, 10 bands. We start our OnlyFans.
Yeah. 100%.
Well, on that link tree, there's a little button called the Talk to Cypha Talk form.
Right.
You fill that joint out, and do not be an a-hole. Actually, give us questions. You know what I mean?
We got a good amount of questions, but some of y'all
some of y'all is just.
And that's directed at our friends.
Yes.
I'm low-key starting to like our actual fans more than our friends.
Absolutely.
Because at this point, our friends are just like
window lickers, plebs,
just like screwing around.
Just
and
BB with the Robins.
We actually got like legitimate people that want to know questions, and it's getting overshadowed by our friends who are like, "Give me a shout out."
We don't like you.
Let me be on the podcast.
We don't like you.
If you're on the podcast, that's how you know you were meant to be on the podcast. Don't ask.
Shout out Nick Solis. That's the only one of our friends that will actually get a feature.
Shout out Nick. Nick's gonna hop on here real soon. But welcome to the last episode
of us together
of in person before college. We're definitely gonna have some episodes in person at some point. But for right now, this is the last episode before we go to college. So
which is
welcome
crazy.
To the last in-person episode of Cypha Talk for a minute.
How you feeling about leaving?
I'm kind of numb right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm excited. I'm really excited. And then there's also like, I'm gonna miss my friends, and like, a few of our friends have left already. And like, when I said bye to them, I cried or whatever, like stuff like that. But it's like right now, I'm just like, it hasn't really hit me yet, but it's kind of hit me. There's been moments where it's hit me, but like,
right.
In terms of like, oh my gosh, I'm going to college, like that hasn't really set in yet. What about you?
Just leaving my friends, really.
Yeah.
More than anything, that's the part that sucked. I said goodbyes, and without knowing some of my final goodbyes to some of my really good friends. So that's a different thing. But knowing that I'll still have you and have my family, it's really cool. But the actual thing where I'm actually going to be living in Arizona, by myself, I'll have friends. Yeah. Like our friends. Shout out Juan and Randy. But
shout out Juan, bro. Shout out Randy.
But I'll have friends, but it still won't settle in. Like, yo, I'm not gonna come back to Georgia for home. You know? So that's different. But I'm excited for a new chapter in life. Like life is just starting for the both of us. You know what I mean? Like we're young, 18 and 19. Going out and venturing on our own, you feel me? That's crazy.
How did you said right before the episode started, how did you want to start this off? Who did you want to talk about?
So interesting enough, it was a tie between Charleston White, the dude who's dissing the Crips, and
King Von deserved to die.
Nah, because that was wild.
Okay,
nah,
O-Block, if you're watching, that was a quote.
Nah.
I'm sorry. Dirk, if you're watching, Dirk not sliding for nobody.
But I understand why he didn't do it.
Yeah, you have a career.
You have a career and you have kids.
You have a wife.
Okay, but the stuff he said about the orange juice, if you know, you know, it's wild.
No, that's not his wife. That's not his wife.
It's wild.
That's not his wife. But Charleston is wild. Did you see that diss track that popped up on TikTok? The dude was like, "Why they took Kobe, man? They could have took Chris Paul." Why they took Juice WRLD when they could have took Lil
Lil
Tecca?
Tecca out of all people. Why Lil Tecca? He hasn't dropped it like a
Y'all could
year.
have said 6ix9ine. You could have said you could have not dissed Chris Paul.
Yeah. Chris Paul didn't do anything
Chris
either.
Benson,
He's
why
awesome.
did they take Chris Paul? Why did they take Kobe when they could have took Chris Paul? Do you understand how wild that is?
Yeah, that's wild for no
Do
reason.
you understand how foul that is? Why they took Juice WRLD when they could have took Lil
What
Tecca?
made you go and think and wake up in the morning
And just choose
and
violence.
choose violence
Just
for no
choose
reason?
absolute-
You ate breakfast and was like, I'm gonna diss Chris Paul and said that he should have been killed instead of Kobe.
That's just so wild to me.
If they take
I don't
any
understand
basketball player,
what goes
take
through.
Rudy Gobert.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Rudy, I don't hate you.
Huh?
You at the end of the day, he's huge. He could kill the both of us.
Rudy.
You still got beef
You're
with the whole.
overrated as hell.
You're overrated as hell. And two,
If Rudy
you
was
started COVID.
if
You started COVID.
if Rudy was 6'5", he'd be working at Walmart. Not even like 5'10". If Rudy was 6'5",
He's gonna try to. I remember he said something.
This
about,
man's not good at basketball.
He's not.
Rudy Gobert is not good at basketball, and I don't understand. He's a good defender. He's 7'2". If I was 7'2", I'd be an all-star defensive player of the year too. I'm not lying. If I was 7'2", I'd be just as good as Rudy Gobert. Not good at basketball. If I was 7'2", I'm standing on it.
Oh, you're saying not good at basketball.
I'm saying to be in the NBA, you have to be good at basketball.
Okay, here's the thing.
But by
Here's the thing.
NBA standards, Rudy Gobert sucks. Like he's garbage.
Okay, so
he
one
can
thing,
block
one
shots
thing,
and that's it.
one
that
thing.
man can't even guard
Blocking
outside.
shots is impressive in itself.
No, it's not.
Yes,
When you're
it is.
7'2".
Yes, it is.
When you're 7'2".
If you average that many blocks in a game, you're still good.
If you are 7'2",
You should be able
and
to.
someone under the height of 6'10" blocks, puts up a shot, and you get your hand on it with your wingspan, that's not impressive.
Yes, it is. You're kidding.
I will consider him a good defender because he blocks shots.
Yes.
But like I said, if I was 7'2", I'd be at the same level as Rudy Gobert. My offensive contributions would be the same. If you throw up lobs, I'm gonna go get it. I'm 7'2". I would block shots. I'm 6 foot and I block shots. I don't want to hear it. If I was 7'2", I'd be on the same level as Rudy Gobert. And no one can convince me different. This isn't even for content. I'm dead ass. If I was 7'2", I'd be the same level as Rudy Gobert.
You know, you can't be smart and handsome at the same time. And you're a really handsome guy today, buddy.
That was corny.
Yeah,
that
no.
was so corny.
I know. That's the
that
point.
Was so corny.
You're a really handsome
That
guy
was
today.
so corny.
You know he would
So-
pack your lunch. He packed
If I was
anyone's lunch.
7'2",
Yes.
If I was 7'2", he would not pack my
your
lunch.
lunch.
If I was
He
7'2",
would pack your lunch.
If I was 7'2", I'm better than Rudy Gobert. I don't want to hear
That's
it.
so wild.
It's not wild at all.
He's so wild.
It's not wild at all.
That is so wild, bro.
Moving on to the next topic, let's get into a few talk to Cypha.
What were we even talking
Questions.
about? Charleston White?
Yeah. Did you have something else you wanted to say?
About
you
him?
said you wanted to tie it into something else. Did you have something else? If not, I'm hopping on this talk to Cypha Talk. If it comes back up, it comes
Cool.
back up. First question. Jake Paul versus Andrew Tate, the top G. Who winning? Andrew
Jake
Tate.
Paul.
Nah.
I'd say within. Okay, hear me
I'd
out.
say
Hear
the
me out.
men-
Hear
I'd
me
say
out.
the
Hear me out. Just let me
mentality
say it.
Andrew Tate takes
Let me say it.
What color is your Bugatti? Huh? What color is your Bugatti?
Oh, you have benefits.
If you have depression, you're soft.
Okay, but I'd say within the same league of people, they fought in the same league. Andrew Tate didn't fight in a really big league when it came to kickboxing. So I'd say that it would be a pretty close fight.
I think Andrew Tate's mentality takes him through. You tell me, someone as mentally solid, whether he says outlandish stuff or not, someone as mentally solid as Andrew Tate is going to look at Jake Paul across the ring and go, yeah, I'm going to lose to this guy. There's no way he allows himself to lose.
I don't think anyone
Paul.
anyone who's a good fighter will go and be like, I'm going to lose.
No,
to this guy.
but if you look at Ben Askren when he fought Jake Paul, Ben Askren was unmotivated in there. Nate Robinson knew he was going to get packed. Tyron Woodley, in the later rounds, had lost all will to be in the ring. Andrew Tate is not going to look at the same guy who made It's Everyday Bro and lose to him.
Jake Paul is.
No way
I don't care what you
Andrew
say.
Tate allows someone like that to knock him out.
Jake Paul is not the same guy
Jake
as
Paul's
he
him.
was.
No, he's a
he was
good
not the
boxer.
same guy that he
He's
was
a
when he
good
made
boxer.
it's every day, bro.
He's a good boxer.
I think when
Speaking
it
of
came
that.
to when it came to kickboxing standards and boxing standards, they were both fighting male men.
Speaking of that, yesterday it was announced KSI, JJ, and Jake Paul is happening next year.
What day?
We don't know yet. I imagine it's going to be like around the summer or later next year. Hear me out. First of all, JJ, what are you doing, bro? This man is fighting Swarms. They have music together.
Just so you know, go look at Swarm's likes on Twitter.
Yeah, go to Twitter, look up Swarms, click his likes, and just
Twitter.
scroll through Swarms.
Just go take a little peek.
Swarms.
And keep scrolling. No
Hide
matter
your
what
likes,
you do.
bro. Hide your likes. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna prepare you. There's porn on there.
And we're not talking like the soft porn, John. It's
Bro's watching porn
like-
and liking it on his Twitter with hundreds of thousands of followers.
like mouth throwing.
For everyone to see. Hide your likes, bro. Okay, so
He's
hear me
throwing
out.
it in a mouth.
Hear me out. JJ fights Swarms. Then he fights someone like Austin McBroom. Then he fights like someone higher up. Maybe like I heard like Teron Woodley, like because Jake fought him.
Again?
No, JJ never fought Teron.
I know, but like
I'm saying,
why is he in a ring again?
If you give JJ 3 good fights, we're not counting Swarms because that's garbage. That's literally going to be me. If you give him 3 good fights with the mentality that he has and the training that he has, I think he could challenge Jake. I think in a year's time, he could challenge Jake. Right now, like when Jake called him out a few days ago, I was terrified because I thought JJ was going to take the fight. Not gonna lie, it was an L at the W at the same time because he didn't take the fight after like berating Jake and saying he would beat Jake Paul and all of that. Like, and for me, it's coming from a fan standpoint because both of us have been watching KSI since we were like kids. So it's like I wanted him to take the fight because of all the stuff he talks, but at the same time, anybody with half a brain knows that man was not ready to fight Jake Paul. You ain't been in the ring for 3 years and you think you're gonna fight. Jake Paul's kind of him now. I wasn't ready to admit it.
Jake Paul's
I wasn't ready to admit it after he hit.
Yeah.
After he knocked out Nate Robinson, I was not ready to admit it.
No, he was
After he
1000% him
Ben Askren, I wasn't
when he
ready
knocked
to.
out all of them.
When he knocked out Teron Woodley.
He almost knocked out Deji.
When he
almost knocked out
Deji almost beat him. What are you on?
Did he almost knock?
No.
Deji almost beat him?
Deji's fat. Deji was macking him. Deji was killing him. His nose was bleeding in the first round.
I forgot the fight.
Deji was killing him. Second round hit. Deji's fat, has no cardio. Fight over.
Yeah.
And Jake just went to town. I'm not gonna lie. If Deji had stamina, we would have never had to deal with any of this because Deji would have beat Jake. Jake would have gone back to YouTube.
Deji's not his brother. Deji's not his brother when it comes to fighting. Either.
No, JJ.
He recently got better. I think mentality-wise, those past 3 years have been like awful for Deji.
Yeah.
So when it came,
he has no mentality and he has no cardio.
He had no cardio. He didn't have any good mentality. 1 and 2. When his brother would call him out, because JJ is not afraid to call anyone out.
He's okay with losing. I'm perfectly confident saying that he's okay with losing.
Yeah.
You could have beat Jake Paul and we wouldn't have to deal with any of this because I guarantee you if Deji beat Jake Paul back in like 2018, Jake Paul wouldn't bother boxing again.
Yeah.
So Deji, this is your fault. It's your fault I have to admit that Jake Paul's him. On to the next topic though. So like I said, my predictions for that Jake Paul KSI fight is I think I'd have to see like the next 3 JJ fights before I make a real prediction on it because he's been out of the ring for 3 years.
Three fights though? I think it takes 2.
I think he said he's gonna fight 3 times before he fights Jake though. If he gets it up, I think it'll be a good fight.
Watch Swarms knock. What if Swarms knock them
If
out?
JJ loses to Swarms, I'll get on Cypha Talk and strip naked.
You heard it here first, boys.
Deshaun Watson, innocent.
They freed my mans.
Innocent.
Didn't do it.
Innocent. Moving on. Let me see what we got. John Mark's wedgie experience. All right, let me take y'all back real quick. We're only talking about this for like 2 minutes because I'm not getting.
No. Let me do it. Because
I was the victim.
I orchestrated it.
I was the victim.
I orchestrated it.
Junior year.
I came into the
soccer locker room.
I came in randomly.
Jaden comes in randomly. I wasn't in there. Jaden comes in randomly, and he starts talking. Shout out Carlos. He starts talking to Carlos about messing with me.
And Nick.
Shout out Nick. Nick had been talking the whole time about wedging me. Like the whole season, every time I'd say something, he would be like, "We're gonna wedgie you," and I never took it serious.
So Nick comes to me, and he's like, "Yo, let's mess with John Mark," and I'm always for it because like I'm always stronger than him. So I'm sitting there, and I was just like, "Okay, let's do it. What are you thinking of?" So then he talks about wedging. So then randomly, Owen comes in. Everyone comes in. Carlos, Eduardo, all of them come in, and they're like, "Hell yeah, we're in for it."
So I walk into the locker room, and Carlos goes, "Get him!" I walk into the locker room, and it's just a slew of men jumping on me. Just jumping on me. Carlos is like, "Grab his balls! Grab his balls! Grab his balls!"
So then I reach in, and I just rip it up to the ceiling.
Ripped my underwear all the way up.
And we went to the handicap
They went to the handicap bathroom and hung me on the hook that's in like stall. This man hung me from the hook. And my feet are like dangling from the hook of the bathroom
because he was like
stall.
5'9".
At this time, I was like, yeah, maybe 5'9". 5'9", probably at that point, like 125.
He goes... Nick, you should have seen the video.
Okay.
Nick goes, and like crying.
Listen. The underwear was here, like in between my testicles. So like, my testicles are separated, and I am just in agonizing pain, and they think it's funny.
Oh, it's 1,000.
I don't think it was funny at all. That was one of the
that was the first time.
That was one of the most traumatizing.
The second time, you know how in like athletic complexes, there's doors that lead out to the field. So the highest hook is like 10 feet up.
That was the same night.
Oh yeah,
that was
same
5
night.
minutes after I got off of.
We were this close to hanging him off that. He had to go the whole soccer game stuffing his drawers.
Yeah, no, not gonna lie. I was running during the soccer game, and my drawers were hanging out of my shorts.
Like a little cape.
Like they were so loose.
Like a little
at one point, I don't remember who we were
John
playing.
Marquis little 007.
I don't remember who we were playing, but the center mid, I'll never forget. It's like this Mexican kid goes, "Yo, bro,
what going on with y'all doing?
You're Joe, bro. Your drawers are hanging out of your ass, bro. Your drawers are hanging out of your shorts, bro. Why is they dangling? Tuck them back in." And I was like, long story. Did you really have to drink that water that aggressively? But yeah, so that's my story of getting hung from a bathroom stall by my underwear.
How much time we got?
Very descriptive, 13. Very descriptive story about John Mark getting wedgied and how it affected his life afterwards.
Okay,
we just talked about
So there's another one.
We're not talking about.
I'm gonna do another story.
No,
what happened was the second time. The second time was at our friend Sade's house, and it was me, Sade, and our other friend Jessica. We were all messing with each other the entire night, pissing each other off, whatever, yada 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 yada. So then the videos come back up. John Mark went to the restroom, and we were sitting there. I was just like, I think they're funny. So then he comes right back in, and Shawty and Jessica just start messing with him. So then I just reach down again and pull it to the ceiling.
I don't think it's funny.
There's a picture of just him hanging by his drawers on the floor. I think they're hilarious, honestly.
Next topic. Jaden is a milkman. Agreed.
I don't know what that is.
Agreed.
I don't know what that is.
Jaden likes white women. My queens out there, he's not for
you.
He's not for you.
I never kissed a girl, bro. That's crazy. I never kissed a girl.
That's not funny.
I've never kissed a girl.
He likes white women.
I've never had any interactions with women, bro.
Somebody said, college football.
If going, I ain't going.
Yeah.
College football underdog that could sneak into the playoffs this year.
I'm not going to say Texas. I can't say that. Nah, we can't say.
I mean, what's the most obvious?
What's the top 25?
Well, no, what's the obvious four right now?
Texas A&M. Texas A&M.
You think they're going to sneak in?
They could if they wanted. If they
Georgia,
if they,
Ohio State, Alabama, and Clemson are the top 4.
Yeah, but like if they
the rankings just came out today.
Yeah, they came out, but like they have like one of the top recruiting classes. So
You think A&M could sneak in?
I think they could if they snuck in.
I mean, other than that, who can I really see though sneaking in? A&M might be the move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really can't see anybody else sneaking in.
They have that. They have Evan Stewart. They have
Knowing Notre Dame, they'll find a way to.
They have Lebis Overton.
Knowing
they have
Notre Dame,
bunch of people.
They'll find a way to have a four
game losing streak.
No, a game.
It's okay. It's okay.
A season with 4 losses and sneak into the playoff because that's just how the committee works.
Yeah, and that's the craziest thing. They're not even in a conference.
Notre Dame's not good at football.
They're not. Shout out Tommy though. We like you, bro.
If y'all do MLB, do you think the Braves can make another pennant run? I'm not gonna lie. After watching them get clapped by the Mets this last series, it's a big maybe.
Yeah.
It's a big maybe. The Mets really proved how much better they are than the Braves.
And if they get past the Mets, they're not winning. I don't think they win.
So do you think they even win the NL East this year? I think the Mets probably.
The Mets probably.
I was saying before this whole series, I was like, the Braves are going to catch them again. It's fine. Like everybody freaks out, and then after the All-Star break, the Braves catch the Mets.
They got cooked.
I don't think the Braves will catch the Mets because now we got to go play. I was looking at the schedule yesterday. I don't even remember. We got to go play the Phillies. I mean, the Phillies are alright. But we got to play the Mets in a series again, a 4-game series, and then we got a few other tough games. So I'm not really sure about a pennant run.
They could bounce back.
If they get to the NLCS, I think they lose to the Mets. If they somehow beat the Mets, I think they lose to the Yankees in the World Series.
The Yankees will cook them.
The Yankees.
I think the the Yankees will cook them 1,000%.
Somebody says, listen to the song "Sins" by Young Kavi. I'll check it out. Opinions on Buckhead girls. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Shout out. Never mind.
Nope. Which one of y'all was the mastermind behind starting a podcast idea?
It was
me.
It was a bit of both of us. It was a bit of both of us.
It was me. The first ever time a podcast was mentioned, it was me.
For me and you,
The first ever time I said we should start a podcast was me. Who was spamming your TikTok DMs with clips of podcasts? Me.
No, you weren't.
Yes,
we weren't even friends.
What do you know? When I said we should start a podcast,
we weren't even friends.
We were friends when I said we should start a podcast.
No,
why would I start a podcast?
No. I'm talking about. We weren't friends on like. I didn't have you on a lot of social medias. Think of it.
I was spamming your TikTok with clips of Saint Losers and the Swan.
You didn't
Talk
spam me with
and
clips because you were grounded for most of the time.
That's true, but still,
you didn't spam me with anything.
You clips
but you sent me Saint Loser stuff, and I was like, "Yeah, that's a good idea."
Okay, it was me. I was the mastermind.
But I helped with Cypha Talk.
You did.
Yeah, I helped with the name Cypha.
By the way, this man is the laziest man when it comes to setting up.
Wow.
He gets to my house.
Why am I keep on catching bullets for no reason?
I'm in the shower. I tell him set up. I come out of the shower. I get dressed. I put on my clothes. That's the same thing. I'm an idiot. I come downstairs, nothing has been set up, and he's still struggling with the ring light. You were struggling with the ring light.
You didn't have your computer. What are we going to do with a
matter.
modem and no computer?
You could have set up this.
2,
you could have gotten...
2, there was nothing else to put anything on.
Okay, every time I ask this man to set up while I do something, nothing gets set up. You're so unproductive. I don't want to hear it. There was a second part to that question, but you interrupted me. P.S. Jaden, what's your snap? I'm going to University of Arizona. Reagan from Arizona.
Jaden K. Brown.
So, there you go. I hope that made your night. HBCUs, I can't speak today. HBCUs versus PWIs.
I think both of them are valid.
Personally, I think if HBCUs took the money that they were getting into productive things, like other than schools like Howard,
Texas Southern is good.
Other schools like Howard and Texas Southern, like it's kind of
There's not really much we can do with HBCUs. It's a good way for Black people to come together and show their excellence.
Best believe I'm going to Howard homecoming this year.
But for sure,
I'm pulling up to Howard.
But here's the thing. The funding that is brought to HBCUs is being used for nothing.
Exactly.
Like Shaw University, my granddad went to.
It
looks the exact same from when it was in the 50s.
NC when I toured there, the freshman dorms are the same dorms that were there when it was in the 50s.
I got an offer from Shaw.
That's unbelievable.
It looked the exact same from when my granddad went there.
I was going to say something. I was saying there should be no reason why HBCUs can attract some of the biggest athletes. Like, it used to be like...
Jackson State is going up now.
Yeah, they got Travis Hunter.
They got Travis Hunter, and they're getting a bunch of more recruits.
I'm just saying there should be no reason why they shouldn't have been recruiting. They have no pull anymore. Like, it used to be like that was the place where people went because, like, they couldn't go to PWIs because of segregation and all that. And I understand segregation's over. But, like, it should be a badge of honor to go to an HBCU. But when the infrastructure and, like, what's the money is being used for isn't productive, you don't want to go there.
Correct.
Who had the better album, Drake or Future? Future.
Future, yeah.
Drake's album, like I said before, I don't think it's that bad. I think when you're in the right mood for it, when you're in the right vibe, it's a good album. But I don't think it's better than Future's.
Puffin on Tooties is fantastic.
Yeah. That was just a good album. Wait for Me, obviously.
Wait for You?
I said Wait for Me. Oh yeah. Wait for You. Massaging Me was good. Chickens. Frank or The Weeknd. Right now, The Weeknd all time. I'm taking Frank. Frank's got better.
Frank right now too.
I prefer Frank.
Have you seen what was on Frank's Instagram?
Frank Ocean posted a penis on his Instagram.
Yes, a penis ring.
If you had to sleep with 2 girls with a combined age of 30, which... No! 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 You messed up the camera. No! 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 Moving on.
All I gotta say.
No, say nothing. Say nothing. This didn't happen. We move on. No. 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 If that didn't finish, the question was if you had to sleep with 2 girls with a combined age of 30, and what ages would you choose? No. Moving on. I lost where we were at. I completely lost where I'm baffled. This one says, Jada, get your big ass off that couch. It's holding on for dear life. And then it says, nah, for real though, all love, best of luck to y'all, Cameron from New Mexico. Bro said, the couch is holding on for dear life.
Yeah, not gonna lie, it was.
That couch was rocking. That couch was rocking. Every time Jay jumped up, that couch thought it was done.
It's a no.
But not gonna lie, how you gonna roast somebody you live in New Mexico?
Yeah, bro.
Come on now. All love to you, Cameron. Appreciate you tuning in. But
I only know Albuquerque, bro.
New Mexico? Who gets more females? This is an interesting topic. Because I'd say when it comes to potential and who uses their potential better, it's me. I'd say if you actually utilize the skills that God blessed you with, I'd say it's you. But you don't follow through. Man is like QT, he never
Honestly,
Man is like QT,
I'm going to agree when it comes
closes.
to the sense that 9 times out of 10, I don't realize.
Man is like QT, he doesn't close. I, for like the last 3 years, have been his radar because he can't tell when a woman is feeling him.
Like, I'd be there and I'd be in.
I'd turn to him and I'd be like, bro, do you not know she wants you? And he'd be like, really?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Like,
yeah. It would be really bad.
So I'd say
it's been better as of recent.
As of recent, yeah. But I'd say me, but I'd say if we were on like the same level of who utilizes their skills, you wouldn't have to try as hard. Not to say that I'm desperate, I have to try. Like,
I don't really have to try that much.
No, but what I'm saying is if you actually had a brain to realize this girl's feeling me, it would be you.
Yeah.
It would be you.
Yes.
Last one. We'll go one more. Let me see what we got here. Somebody said Andrew Tate again. We already talked about Andrew Tate. I think he's funny as hell though.
Yeah,
he's a genius.
He has. Okay, so he has.
We're gonna end on.
He's
a genius.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He has some stuff that has some truth to it. The only reason why he gets a lot of attention, because the way that he's saying things, it's like it's coming out of a Jordan Peterson book.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever read anything from Jordan Peterson? Yeah. It's the exact same thing coming out of a Jordan Peterson book, except it's way more offensive.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
I would say, look, I would say Andrew Tate 75% of the time is right. I'd say like he takes things to the extreme, but I think that's to get more clout. And I mean, dude's making like millions a month now.
Him and
his brother
Tristan. Him and Tristan did really, really well. For
now the
themselves.
kids that like are like comment W from Tate like every 30 seconds like are brainwashed.
It's irrational. I think that's irrational.
It's just not.
But like some of the stuff, I will admit, some of the stuff is pretty like misogynistic. But it's
yeah.
not,
But we oppress women over here.
Boom. Here we go.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We're gonna end it like that.
No
We
woman
oppress
on the
women.
podcast.
Go to Instagram, click the link. You know what to do. Give us your money. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. See you on Zoom next episode. Love you.
We just finished the episode for y'all. You're welcome. Post-production break. We're gonna talk about one of our biggest sponsors, Musically Game.
Shout out Musically Game.
So like, John Mark, I really wanted a ring light like this.
Right.
You know where I could get that, John?
Musicallygame.com.
Exactly. And you know what? What if I wanted a speaker that could legit like play music while having an LED light attached to it?
But it like covers your whole room, like
right. Yeah.
But like these glasses are tough.
But imagine if they could play music off them Johns. Bro.
Like you put the glasses on and only you be hearing the music.
Yeah.
Because they play quiet enough to where you can hear it and it's nice, but nobody else hears your music.
Yeah. So
like imagine you in school and you too broke to afford AirPods, so you get some glasses that play music. That's tough. You want a mic? You want to start a podcast like Cypha Talk? Go to Musically Game. They got mics now.
Start something
new product.
Right.
You want any type of equipment for gaming, anything for music wise, go to musicallygame.com.
And speaking of that, if you get some from that,
a little gift for y'all.
We got a code called Cypha Talk. How much percent off, boy?
15% off.
15.
If you put in the code Cypha Talk. So imagine you was gonna get one thing. Now you could get two. Imagine you was gonna get two things. Now you could get four.
And you shave a little bit of money off that, John.
Cypha Talk. 15%.
City boy.
If your order's over $60, you get free shipping. Anyway, you get free shipping and you get 15% off with the code Cypha Talk. So, like, what's stopping you from
our
going
Switzerland and German listeners?
Oh, and Jamaica.
And
we have Nigeria too. I feel like we had Nigeria.
We have African listeners.
We have African listeners.
The prophecy's been fulfilled.
Exactly. So,
yes.
If you need any type of music, gaming, any type of equipment,
right.
head to musicallygame.com. Free shipping for orders over $60. Use code CyphaTalk, 15% off. Appreciate y'all.
We love you, Ali. Thank you for sponsoring.
And future episodes of Cypha Talk
are sponsored by Musically Game.
Appreciate it.
Bow.